2024 was full of new experiences, massive pickups, and even bigger flips. And I'm here to tell you all about it. Let's dive in. What's going on YouTube? Flipping Out SC coming at you with a brand new video. And in today's video, we're starting to take a look back at the year that was. This is going to be the first video in a 3-part series documenting my goals, my pickups, and my flips. Today, we start with a review of the goals. What goals did I set? Did I accomplish them? And what goals do I have going forward into the next year? So let's get started with taking a look at the goals I set for last year. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to separate the goals into 2 separate parts, one for cards and one for social media. Starting with my cards, my 3 goals were to get my entire Speckled Rainbow foil collection graded by PSA and upgrade at least 1 card that was a PSA 9 into a PSA 10, add at least 5 cards to my On-Card Legends Auto PC, and add at least 5 cards to my Vintage Parkhurst collection as well. Now, starting with my Speckled collection, getting everything graded by PSA was actually quite a stretch. I had quite a few cards from the past that I hadn't graded yet, and I'm not sending any submissions in by hand while I'm living in Mexico, as I just don't trust the shipping. But with that said, I was actually able to grade most of it. I got everything graded aside from 6 cards, and one of those 6 cards I actually sent last Friday, so I'm down to only 5 cards. And one of those 5 cards is in my COMC account, so I should be able to bring it down to 4 cards relatively soon. As for upgrading at least one of the PSA 9s into a PSA 10, I actually got this done 3 times, starting with this 22-23 Crosby Speckled Rainbow foil, also doing the 1920 McDavid Speckled foil, and the best one was the 17-18 Gold Rainbow foil McDavid as well, which is currently a Pop 1 and an awesome card to add to the collection. As for the Legends On-Card Auto PC, I was able to add so many more than just 5 cards into this part of my collection. I added not only 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or even 11, but I added 12 cards to this part of my PC. I'm beyond excited with how I've gotten it started, and I can't wait to keep finding more great deals of Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers on-card autographs to keep watching this collection grow. If you want to see a more detailed video of how this collection came to be, I actually have a video on it, and I'll link it up on the screen above so you can check it out. And finally, the goal for my Vintage Parkhurst collection was to add 5 cards into that as well. However, I only got 1, and after gaining that 1 card, a 1962 Boom Boom Jeffrey on, I realized that vintage is better collected in person and not so much online. It's really dependent on the condition of the cards and the eye appeal, and you just can't really get a real good feel for those things online. So I've decided to put this part of my collection on hold until I get back to Canada, where I can go to card shows, talk to dealers in person, and really hold the card in hand before I decide on purchasing it or not. Now, from sports cards, we move into social media, with my goals there being start a sports card blog, start creating YouTube videos again and post at least 12 videos throughout the year, gain at least 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours on my YouTube channel, and finally, create an Instagram preset background and post a hockey card every single day for at least 365 posts. Starting with the first goal of starting a sports card blog, this was a goal that I really thought I wanted at the beginning of the year, but it turns out I have 0 time for. Between YouTube account, the Instagram account, buying, selling, and trading sports cards, a full-time job, a new wife, and a life outside of all of that, I realized I have no time for this goal, and so this is something that will be completely put on the back burner until maybe one day I can make sports cards my full-time gig. And to the next goal of starting to post YouTube videos again and posting at least 12 videos, I can say I achieved this. I posted 14 videos last year, some of which I'm super proud of and went really well. I do hope to post more frequently in the future, but that's something we'll talk about later in the video. As for getting 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, we actually got quite close. We didn't quite make it, but we got 775 subs and about 3,300 or 3,400 watch hours. As many of you may not know, 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours are the magic numbers for getting monetized on YouTube. And although I probably won't make very much money at all at the very beginning, I hope that I can make some money and put that back into buying, selling, and trading and making better content for you in the future. So if I just keep posting, I know I'll make it this year. And as for the goal of posting 365 times to Instagram, it's a goal I definitely did not achieve. I only posted around 117 times, but 365 I think is just too much. The way I like to make my posts are I like to talk about the card, why I bought it, what the story is, and if I think it'll be a good future hold or something I can get rid of soon. I can appreciate people who just post a card with a title and that's it, but I like to make my posts just a little bit more engaging. The 117 posts I did make is a number I'm actually quite happy with. I just wish I would have spread them out a little bit more throughout the year instead of going MIA for a few months on Instagram. But again, that's something we'll work on in the future, and we'll talk about that more later in the video. Looking forward into 2025, I have a few new goals that I've set with a few more reasonable expectations. But before I let you in on those goals, I'd love it if you could hit this video with a like and consider subscribing. And if you'd like to, comment down below with what your goals are for this upcoming year. I'd love to hear about what you guys have planned, and if you don't have anything planned, I urge you to set some goals. I really think they're important to keep you growing and keep you looking forward into what's next. But now back to my goals for 2025, starting with my 3 sports card goals. My first sports card goal is to keep up with my speckled collection, buy all of the new speckled for Crosby, McDavid, Matthews, and Ovechkin, and get them graded once I have them. If the sets follow the same pattern they did the last few years, there should be 7 of these new cards, so it shouldn't be too tough. As for my next goal, I want to continue adding to my on-card auto Legends PC. However, I'm not sure if I want to set the goal at 5 cards as I did last year, or set it at 12 as the goal I actually achieved. If I set it at 5, I definitely want to up the value of the cards that I'm buying. Instead of buying the, 10 to 20, $30, $40 range, I want to start adding $70, $80, $90 to $100 range, and maybe some patch autos in the mix. If I keep it at 12, I'll keep going with the same kind of level autos as I currently have. And finally, my last card related goal is I want to be more intentional with the players I'm buying to flip. As you know, I've said in the past that I'm not a huge prospector anymore, but I still from time to time get dragged into buying prospects in order to try to flip them. This year moving forward, I kind of want to get right away from the prospects in total and just move into the star players. People love and will always buy star players, so I need to keep focusing on that and keep buying just the players that I know will sell. Now, in terms of social media, my goals are the following. The first one is to create more YouTube videos and be more consistent uploading those videos. My plan to create more videos is to create a few shorter videos, break a few longer videos up into shorter parts where I can post them every week or every second week. For example, like this video, instead of making it one video documenting all of my 2024 with my goals, my PC pickups, and my flips, I'm going to create 3 separate videos. The first one goals, the second one PC pickups, and the third one flips. And I hope I can do that more in the future and continue posting to YouTube more regularly. My second goal is to double my subscriber count to 1,500 and get those 4,000 watch hours to finally get monetized. Spoke about it just a few minutes ago, but I really want to get monetized. It might not be healthy, but seeing a little dollar amount, whether it's $1, whether it's $2, whether it's $200, just seeing a little dollar amount will really help keep me motivated and make this feel like it's more worth it making videos. I do like making videos for myself, but obviously that little dollar amount attached to it just makes it so much sweeter and so much easier to find the time to create these videos. And finally, I want to continue on Instagram, but I want to post once every 2 days. 182, 183 posts throughout the year I think is plenty. And aside from that, I want to also try to get to 1,000 followers on Instagram. So if you have any tips, I'm not really great with Instagram, but if you have any tips as to how to get my posts shared and get my posts out to more people, let me know. And if you want to follow my Instagram account, I'll put the link in my description. Needless to say, I have a big year ahead, but I'm really looking forward to creating again and building on what I've already created. I can't wait to share all the results with you in this upcoming year, and I can't wait to hear from you guys on what you guys are doing for 2025. But with that said, I've got work to do. So until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side. Hey, if you liked that video, you might want to check out this one, or maybe even that one. I think you might like those ones as well.